Welcome back everyone. I guess this week we're talking about the ocean cruising version of our HH44. Both are performance cruising catamarans, and we're going to talk about the difference. You may think we've cut corners, used cheap components, but that's not the case at all. So we're going to talk a little bit about how we've been able to achieve this with the OC44.
So the OC44 and the HH44, they share the same hull tooling, deck tooling, all the mouldings are the same. And even the epoxy infused sandwich construction methods are the same. And, we could have gone the route of trying to create a more affordable HH44 of using cheaper materials like polyester, but we didn't.
No, I mean it's a common construction method throughout the catamaran markets, but not where we wanted to be. We wanted to actually use a more environmentally better product because we're creating a lighter product. It's going to last, longer lasting for, as we've talked about before, for plus 50 years because of the strength of epoxy.
Yeah.
It's probably worth pointing out that the hulls and the decks are exactly the same. The bulkhead structures are exactly the same. Whereas on our other models, the HH50, 55, 60 and so on, HH has been renowned for 100% carbon construction, and the OC is using carbon skeleton but with e-glass plating. Here with the OC44, it shares exactly the same structural build technology as the HH44.
And the OC44 comes out of the mould with a Gelcoat finish, and that, they're nice, smooth, shiny molds.
Standard, isn't it?
And we polish that up, and that's the finish that it comes with. Whereas the HH Catamaran is a polyurethane paint finish.
Right. We then take that Gelcoat, sand it down once again, put an epoxy primer on it, and then a two-pot urethane coating on it, which is, it's a superior finish. Not to say that the Gelcoat finish is not
Gelcoat leans more towards a cruising boat that's easier to maintain and repair yourself and look after through its lifetime.
Interior arrangements we've purposely kept the same.
Where they differ once you get inside the boat is some of the materials used. They both use marine grade flooring and high quality laminates for the furniture, but in the HH...
And we're talking about what we talked about before, our proprietary foam core furniture construction is the same for both.
So the OC is not plywood furniture to save cost. It's still lightweight furniture with the laminate finish.
Yeah.
And then the HH, it's just the small details in some of the handles and drawers, drawer fronts. Some of the bench tops will be, and the nav station, a clear carbon fibre finish to really...
Right, and that's a very expensive and exclusive look.
Yeah.
And we've reserved that for the HH.
A bit of bling.
A bit of bling, and it's the carbon bling.
And then in the OC, in those same areas, we'll be using painted finishes or acrylic plastics where we would have a carbon plate.
Right. So the overall effect is the same on the interior.
Right.
But when you look at the detail, the HH44 is just a little bit more exclusive.
Right. And then still on both boats we're using real glass, toughened safety glass windows, not plastic windows that's competitors will put on their boats.
Yeah. And that's important. I mean, we're prepared to spend the weight and save the weight elsewhere to have the luxury and the quality of glass. Interesting. We've actually talked mostly about the similarities between the two boats, but there's a big price difference, and we should get into that. What are the differences? Why is the OC44 essentially a cheaper version or a lower cost version, more affordable version of the HH44?
Right. Well, the most striking difference that you will encounter first is we've taken out the expensive curved pre-preg carbon fibre dagger boards and we put on cruising keels onto the OC44. Though they're not just any ordinary keel that you'll find on a run-of-the-mill catamaran. These have winglets that you can add onto the OC.
Right, just like the America's Cup Australia 2 had the wings on the keel.
So the hydrodynamics is functioning in the same manner, and that I could get all into that, but basically the keels for the same surface area will generate 50% more side force, and when you're sailing upwind, that means a degree or more less leeway. You can point higher, and then you could achieve the same thing with a deeper keel, but on a cruising boat, we don't want that. We want to keep the draft shallow. So the OC44 has a 1.5 meter draft. And then the other underwater appendage that's changed.
1.5 meters, I guess, back here.
The other underwater appendage is not solid carbon fiber rudders like we have on the HH44. The OC44 will come with Jeffer cruising rudders. Right,
so Jeffer, they're one of our manufacturing partners, as it were, that they supply. And in this case, we're ordering the rudders from Jeffer as well, because they manufacture for the OC. So it's more of a standard cruising rudder shape, and the shaft, or the stock we call it, is aluminium. Right?
Aluminium, yeah. And now onto the mast.
Okay, so the OC44 comes standard with an aluminium mast. It's actually the same sail plan though, right, as the 44.
Correct. So you have the same sail choices, same wardrobe to choose from for your boat, but the mast itself is
aluminium, which makes it heavier, and also means we have to wind speed restrain the power of the boat.
You reef earlier with an aluminium mast than you do with the carbon mast. But in saying that, carbon mast is an upgrade for the OC44.
But the reality is, for a cruising family or cruising couple, they're going to be just happy with the industry norm, an aluminium mast, because they're not sailing around with their hair on fire all the time.
And then at the front of the boat, we've removed the carbon fibre longeron and crossbeam assembly, and the OC comes standard with an E-glass longeron and crossbeam assembly, but again,
you can upgrade.
You can upgrade to the carbon.
And it's a sensible upgrade to make. So the standard boat is just with conventional diesel engines and a 24 volt system. That's what a lot of sailors are looking for, especially if they've got a budget. But for the sailor that just wants a little bit more, he wants the OC, but he wants to spend a bit more money, he can go the environmentally friendly route, right? And then we can put in the ecosystem. The EcoDrive is actually such a good thing, as you said. We had to offer it with the OC, but indeed we've got plans, and we've already designed it into our other models as well, because it is such a good thing. We wanted to bring this fundamental technology, this environmentally friendly technology, to all our models.
Right. On the outside of the OC44, another fundamental difference is that there is one helm station. So all the ropes and control lines are still led to both sides of the aft cockpit. You've still got 4 winches there. You've still got the line driver control on the cabin top, but there's only one steering station and console with B&G nav equipment and your windlass control and so on.
Again, this is actually our refined HH customers might say, well, you split the rope handling to 2 different parts of the boat. We've got port and starboard rope handling, but only one steering station. But this is very much an industry norm again, and no different from what an Outremer will offer, or Balance will offer.
And I mean, the aft cockpit of the HH44 is such a workable space. You can easily transition from one helm to the other. You don't have to go up and down steps.
Right. Just walk 5 steps across the cockpit to trim a winch.
Exactly. Yeah. And it just makes the boat more friendly to cruising. You do everything from one helm, in terms of maneuvering the boat, and then the twin helm setup, which is an upgrade on the OC44. That labels, that's more for when you're pushing the boat, you're sailing fast, you want to see the telltales and extract as much speed out of the boat as you can.
Yeah. Performance cruising. When there's two boats on the ocean, it's a race. Well, James, I think that kind of is wrapping it up. You know, we've talked about the big fundamental differences between the OC and the HH. And we're coming to the end of our series. So the OC, you know, if you're wanting a safe world cruiser that's fast, and you're not wanting to pay for race boat technology in your boat, you shouldn't have to. So, you know, take the OCC. It's the OC44. It's a fantastic boat. But if you're uncompromising and you want that performance, the daggerboards are going to give you the rudders and all the features of the HH44, because you want to know that you can go as fast as possible, faster than wind speed, then perhaps the HH44 is the boat for you. Either way, you've got the option, and with a great variety of materials we can offer you for your interior finishes. We feel that we've kind of covered the market here and offering you the very best. Check out our website where we have a lot more information, unreleased photos, specifications, and then get in touch with us. We'd love to build your boat and build your dream and take you sailing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this 5-part series on the creation of the HH44. For an information packet including a detailed breakdown between the OC and SC models, please email us at sales@hhcatamarans.com. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more updates.